Good evening, folks. I'm Dustin Cormier, and you're listening to How to Rock a Campfire. Today's episode is going to be on a simple, easy guitar tune with lots of lyrics. It's called Up on Cripple Creek by the band. I love the band. I love The Last Waltz, one of my favorite movies to watch ever. And this is just one of those songs that everyone just kind of usually knows if you're in the right crowd, and it's so excellent. We can get everybody singing that same getting the same image of going up Cripple Creek, and it's just so great. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to you guys, okay? Now this song has basically got pretty much the same sort of beat and rhythm the whole way through. You're just kind of changing through the three main chords, and it's in the key of A. And it's your classic, first chord, fourth chord, and fifth chord, back to the first chord, So we're in the key of A is the first, D is the fourth of A, and the E is the fifth of A, and then you come back to the first again, right? But they mix it around a bit, obviously, so, yeah. When I get off of this mountain, you know where I want to go, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. That's your main beat. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. There's not a whole lot of fancy stuff going on for this song. This is a perfect song for beginner guitarists, right? So yeah, when I get off of this mountain, you know where I wanna go. Straight down the Mississippi River to the Gulf of Mexico, Lake Charles, Louisiana, a little vessel girl I once knew. She told me just to come on by if there's anything that she could do. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I sprain a leak. She amends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream, if I ever did see one. So that's the only thing that really kind of changes up from this song that is a little bit funky compared to the rest of the chords is the chorus, right? You're going from that on that drunkard's dream part, it's F sharp minor to the G, right? A drunkard's dream, if I ever did see one. And then that's, whip, whamp, 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 and then it comes back into the A, right? Yeah, so up on Cripple Creek, one little thing I'm doing when I climb up to that D, I'm a bass player, and you can kind of tell it in my guitar playing, is I like to add in little things on the bass. And basically what I'm doing is I'm accenting certain notes, okay? Accenting meaning plucking them and sort of making them stick out from the rest of the chord, This gives you sort of... you can have certain things that stand out in your playing as you're playing them, and this just makes you kind of look flashy as a guitarist, which, all this extra stuff doesn't matter as long as you're on the beat. I always like to say that the extra fancy, flashy stuff, it doesn't matter. What's most important is the groove, okay? Never reach out for a note, never sacrifice the groove in order to find a note, okay? I'll say that again. Never sacrifice the groove, the rhythm, the timing in order to search for a note, because those extra funky little notes aren't going to matter. What people want to hear when you're playing guitar is they want to hear the groove. They want to keep their head nodding, and they want that constant pulse to never change, okay? As soon as you change that up a little bit, you're not so good a musician as you should be, right? And so, yeah. What I'm doing for this bass part is I'm basically up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I sprain a leak. She amends me. Okay, so now this might not be something that that beginner guitarist might be able to catch, but those of you who have been picking everything up, you can try to throw this in, okay? Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me. Okay, so those last two beats before the D chord, you're gonna hit with your second finger, hit hit with your second finger on the second fret of the A, and then use your pinky to squeeze out to the third fret, or sorry, the fourth fret of the A, right? Right? And so in the process of doing that, you're usually going to let these fingers go, and all that's going to do is going to make a sort of, you might hit that open G string, which is the 7th of the A, and that kind of works anyway because you're going into the D. A 7th leads into the D chord pretty much every time. It's just kind of implied that it sounds good, and so that's why you can do this. Up on cripple creek, she sends me my spring leaf, she amends me, and then obviously I don't have to speak, she defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Whip, 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 whip. But good luck had just stung me. Right? And then so the rest of the song is pretty much, the same kind of dealio, right? You'll notice when I'll do little things like, when I go for the D, I'll do funny little things like that. Beginner guitarists do not have to do that. But if you guys want to know what it is I'm doing, all I'm doing is I'm going from that D, I'm going to the G on the treble part, and then back to the G on the treble, but still having the D on the bass, and then back to the D on the treble, right? Or sorry, G on the treble with the D on the bass, and then back to that D, okay? So that's what I'm doing for that part. When I get off of this mountain, you know where I want to go. I'll just do it every now and then, And then I'm also on that E part, to the Gulf of Mexico. Whatever kind of funky stuff I'll throw in there. As long as you guys have got the main chords and the main beat, then you'll be able to play the tune. So I'm just going to go through the thing for you guys. This is Up on Cripple Creek by the band. When I get off of this mountain, you know where I want to go. Straight down the Mississippi River to the Gulf of Mexico, to Lake Charles, Louisiana, a little blessed girl I once knew. She told me just to come on by if there's anything that she could do. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She amends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Whip, 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 well, good luck had just stung me, so to the racetrack I did go. She bet on one horse to win, and I bet on another to show. The odds were in my favor, I had them 5-1. When that nagger came around the track, sure enough she had won. Well, up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She amends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Now me and my mate were back at the shack. We had Spike Jones on the box. She said, I can't take you singing, but I love to hear him talk. Now that just gave my heart a throb to the bottom of my feet. And I swore as I took another pull, my Bessie can't be beat. Now up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She amends me, I don't have to speak. She defends me, a drunkard's dream if I ever did see one. Anyway, something like that. You'll figure out an ending. So that's Up on Cripple Creek by the band. Hope you guys dug that one. Good tune for intermediary guitarists. There's only that F sharp minor, which is a chord that you're gonna have to be playing at some point. It's probably gonna be your first bar chord. Just get it out of the way. It's probably one of the easier bar chords you can play. You're barring your first finger on the 2nd fret and using your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the A, 4th finger on the 4th fret of the D, and that makes that F sharp minor. A very commonly used chord. You might as well get used to using it now. And I hope you guys dug that one. So for How to Rock a Campfire, I'm Dustin Cormier, and I'll see you guys next week on the next tune. Take care.